Persuasion sounds like a really big word, doesn't it? Like something we don't really use every day. We don't persuade every day. We use persuasion for special occasions, for only when it's truly, truly, truly necessary, right? This is wrong. Persuasion is all around us all the time. It drives our society, not just from television or advertising appealing to your most basic human needs. Like Christopher Schroeder writes, it is most probably endemic to our very own human nature. Just think, mothers persuading kids to do homework, you are maybe persuading yourself to eat healthy, to go for that promotion you want at work. We persuade ourselves and others as well, day in and day out. It is endemic to how we are built this way. But here's a question. Are we skilled in using the art of persuasion to our benefit? Or are just some people skilled at that? But I believe everybody should be, because it is so important. My name is Meta. I'm a professional speaker coach, and I simply love designing persuasive presentations together with my clients to help them pitch their ideas and their business to prospects. And I also love to teach people the strategies and structures of persuasive talk. My designs, together with my future voices and their just amazing presentations, have been delivered all over the world, from Dubai through Europe to New York, and so on and so forth. So persuasion is one of my favorite sports when it comes to public speaking. And I see it as an incredibly positive thing. It is about helping people make great choices. Actually understanding the principle of the art of persuasion, it is extremely useful. Just think how you could use it just to advance your own life. Just in your inner dialogue, you can use it to best motivate yourself. In delivering a presentation, think how you can support people. You know, they need to be making great decisions faster. Your audience needs to be making their decisions faster. So no more procrastinating, no turning down optimal opportunities due to some made up excuses or objections that are linked to what? Our fear, risk aversion, or just plain damn ignorance. One way it is also useful to understand the underlying principles of persuasion is to figure out when you yourself are being duped. Yes, when someone is advancing their aim by appealing to one of your basic human needs, and not that they necessarily mean you harm, but it's just a fact. Persuasion exists, so we best get really smart about it, learn about it, and learn how to ethically and ecologically use it to lead others with your communication. Leaders lead. Leaders lead using words. Books are written to lead you into a specific viewpoint, and you are led to believe. So, what do you need to lead others into believing what you have to say? So here are the 3 layers in the art of persuasion. So the first layer is logical reasoning. The second is emotional appeal. And the third is the so-called agreement stream. So these 3 things linked together make for the best persuasive tactics. Just reasoning alone doesn't work, not well enough. If it did, well, if the world would rely on logic, the world would be a much nicer place, don't you agree? Everybody would just buy one brand of yogurt. We'd not have any problems, any arguments. We'd just leave it to the mathematicians to figure out what's best for the world. But we don't. We are emotional creatures. And modern neuroscience has confirmed already that the limbic part of our brain, the primal brain, the reptilian brain, I actually call this the sex, drugs, and rock and roll part of the brain, as it's responsible for our addictions and urges and instincts, and the id resides there, probably. So the limbic brain is the mind's primary filter for all information. Everything that touches you, everything that you experience, that you see, hear, smell, feel, taste, all the logically structured info you gulp down, may it be mathematics, you will be experiencing it emotionally as well. So remember this, us humans, we make decisions with our emotions, but then use logic to rationalize these decisions, to make sense why we decided to do what we decided to do. This means if you want to lead with persuasion, you need to understand emotions. You need to understand how to kind of evoke certain emotional state within people. It's not at all difficult to actually do that. Just think about it. It's very easy to lead someone into a negative emotional state. We do it all the time, not consciously. Just think of like you had a coffee with your friend and you've discussed how life sucks and how many problems we have to solve. Maybe you didn't even mean to get there, but somehow, this conversation over a latte just ended up whose life's shittier conversation, Talking about negative situations leads to a negative emotional state, which is created in like the chemistry of our bodies. We can, however, also lead ourselves into a positive emotional state by having positive conversations over a latte about what we love and like and how much fun we are having and what is positive in the world. My daughter, when my daughter comes home from school and she starts complaining about this shit day she's having, and I usually listen a bit to say, to validate, I guess I understand what you're going through, but then I always ask, so tell me one thing that was fantastic today. And I'm adamant about her figuring that out. She needs a bit of time to figure that out. But when she does, the mood changes. You see, with words, especially with questions, you can lead people into certain kind of frames of thinking. And these frames of thinking then will lead into feeling. If you want to change how you feel, that is why they say change what you think. I know what you're going to say. It's easier said than done. But I do dare you to test it. Try it out. Like next time you're with your friend, just over a latte, observe the conversation. Where is it going? Are you talking about events or people negatively, or are you talking about events or people positively? Where is this conversation leading to? How often does it shift? Can you ask a specific question consciously and actively shift the conversation from the negative to a more positive frame? Once you figure that out, that you can, you're going to want to do it more. So here's the third thing now, the agreement stream. Well, basically, this is all about statements, like clear and powerful statements that you place amidst a conversation that have this somewhat power to get a clear check, like a clear yes, I agree from the person you're talking to. They need to say, yes, that's true. You need to hear that from your audience. How persuasive communication works is kind of like balancing these three components, like juggling them. The logical train of thought, the chunking of the logical train of thought, and then adding this emotional state, and then placing in the agreements. All together, they kind of make you a very powerful communicator if you know how to do that. But do be very, very mindful, though, where you are leading and who you are leading into what. I have another video that I'd like you to watch specifically about ethics and ecology of persuasion. You have to see this video. If you haven't seen it, well, subscribe and hit the bell and watch out for some more tips on how to be persuasive. Ethics is extremely, extremely, extremely important in persuasion. And I do hope that you get skillful and be a powerful communicator, but that you really do take care of other people's interests, best interests as well. Take that to your heart. Take care, and do remember to speak soon.